defensive backs in the game here on third down. They'll run for the first time with Austin Ekeler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Here's Austin. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Pickett sets up play action. Rolling to his right. Now he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 31 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Draw play. It's Ekeler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert going right back to Fant. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll get this out wide to Ekeler. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Ekeler. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on the East. Charger football to start quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Once more, here's Eckler. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 21. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming. The first sack, the first...
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
And here's Matt Araiza now.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now Austin. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
He'll buy some time right.
That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Keeps himself upright. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal. Pickens on the slant.
Touchdown! George Pickens from 8 yards out. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Right now they're in some uncharted waters, Charles. They haven't been facing deficits like this season. We're going to see what they're made of.
And I think the easy thing right now is for us to discuss how the home crowd can help them, carry them along. Bottom line, though, they've got to make plays to get the crowd back into it, to help them with the rest of their game. That means best players got to make those big-time plays right now. They need them in a big way.
They fought so hard to be here at home for the conference championship game. See if they can propel themselves to the Super Bowl.
A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. They find some open field here. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trip.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this 3rd quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated it.
Herbert off of play action. And that nearly their first pick of the game. Forced down to the ground, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw here, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They run again with Harris. Oh, what a move. Oh, there he goes right side. 30, 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it is now 21-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12. LA set to take over again on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Herbert now. He finds his target, Allen. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 26-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert for Keenan Allen. That's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Gain of 5. It's 4th down. Cairo Santos on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt. That's the end.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Beating the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. It's Warren. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw here. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The Steelers send out their punter now. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Drive about to get going.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now it's Herbert.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 2. 1st down marker at the 5-yard line.
Herbert.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Santos with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. 1. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren, and he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. I love the look you just gave me because I know what you're thinking. If you're going to run towards the perimeter, you better either stay in bounds or get the first down, or both. He did neither.
Imagine the looks he's getting right now from his team, from his coaches. They go over those scenarios all the time, and as you said, he did neither.
Complete to Austin here over the middle. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
Up the middle they go. 1. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
The Steelers are AFC champs once again as we say thanks for watching and good night.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep, flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping.